Well, hello everybody. It is Julie. Get my camera adjusted here. There we go. I am excited to be back with you guys today for day 2 of the Jolly Holly Christmas Craft Along. So I need to tell you something I discovered like literally 10 minutes ago. So I went live yesterday and I'm like, I don't see Joey and Alejandra. Those are my partners in this whole escapade. And I realized today I went live a day early. I started a day early, so there you go. That is the person that you are watching. That's the one you're watching. And I need to tell you as well, before we jump in, my t-shirt today says we can do hard things. And I need you to know today has been a hard thing kind of day. I went to get in my car. I knew that the air was low in one of my tires and I was going to go get it fixed. Well, the tire's flat. So I've been here with my flat tire, and Mark is out of town, and my son Matt is on his way over, and he's going to help me and all of the things. So that's just one. So we've had a hard day today, but you know what? We can do hard things. We are not going to collapse under that. And we are going to make some cards together. So I've been excited to do this with you. If you are watching on replay, hello. If you are here live, hello. And if you are watching on YouTube later and you're like, why does she babble on and on? Although actually you don't have to watch on YouTube to have that question. But if you are wondering that, this is a craft along. And so we are doing this along. So it's more of a conversation kind of thing. So we're just going to be chit-chatting and making the cards. Yesterday I experimented with one of the cards I made ahead of time, but then I just ran out of time. And so the other ones I made along with you. And so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm making them all along with you. I am living on the edge. I will periodically be looking over here to say hi to folks. Hi, Katie, and hi, Jennifer. But I feel pretty good about this. I think we're going to be in good shape. So a couple of things just to get you caught up to speed. These are the projects that we made yesterday. We made 2 cards. This one was designed by Joey, and we made it as designed. And when you see it up close with the holly, oh, it's just beautiful. But then we decided to experiment as well and do it with the metallic. Also beautiful. I like them both. I don't know which one I like best, but I like them both. Then we made this card, and this card uses the hybrid embossing folder, so it's got a little bit of a 3D dimension here. And I saw Jen Drake. Now, Jen Drake, she posted hers. Jen got the Craft Along kit ahead of time. And Jen posted hers, and she did a really pretty job with kind of elevating the holly. Looks more like a poinsettia now than I did. So I went back and played around with mine to try to get mine to look like Jen's. But that was project 2. And then project, Lisa says it's the conversation we like. Lisa, I promise you there is somebody over there that is like, be quiet, Lisa, make her stop. I do like hanging out with y'all. It's the weirdest thing with social media, but like all the things that went on today with my tire, because like I had to miss a birthday lunch with one of my close friends, and I had a card class today, and I had to rechange all of that, but I'm like, but at 4, I get to talk to my friends. So I will talk to you like that. That's how I view you. And then the third project was a gift card holder. I love this with a belly band, and because it's so easy. Opens up, and this white piece just comes right out. So that's where you can write your note, put your gift card in the back, whatever you want to do. So anyway, these are the projects that we did. If you want to know how to make them, you're going to want to go back to day 1 on YouTube. I also have it in the Facebook group where you're at now, and you can watch that. Make sure you're on my email list, because I will email the link out to the YouTube upload there. Or if you want to, and this is totally up to you, if you're like, no, I can get it from the video, but if you want to, you can buy the tutorial. There's 9 projects on it. That's $25. Or you can place a $50 order. That'll get you the tutorial for free. Or you can place a $75 order. That'll get you the tutorial for free and the pre-cut pieces. None of the bells and whistles that the folks that ordered it ahead of time got, but it will give you the pre-cut pieces for 8 projects so that you can do that. So, oh, Cindy, Jen, did you see that? Cindy said that she liked how you had that 3D thing too. So anyway, yeah, it's very pretty. If you're like, I want to see, Jen posted in our group, so you could scroll down a little bit and see her. She did a beautiful job. That Jen Drake she's clever that way. So speaking of bells and whistles, I did show yesterday because I love it. And if you guys want me to do it tomorrow when I'm showcasing my projects, I will. But made a little pillow gift for those of you, everybody, whether you got the kit from Joey or from Allie or from me, we all have the same little pillow gift. We might have packaged it differently, but I made this box, and I know it's a little sneak peek of some of that paper there. I earned the incentive trip to Disney, and I'm supposed to say less than 1% of all demonstrators do that. We get in trouble if we don't. But that was a little prize I got, so I'm excited to show you more of it. But then we have this fun Christmas hand cream. If you are looking for like Christmas gifts for your friends and stuff, I know it's July, but Christmas in July, these were on Amazon, and they're very cute, so I would consider that. All right, I think we're ready. Oh, you used your bone folder to curl the edges, Jen. That is a great tip. You know what? Let's do it real quick so we can show the people. Okay, so here is the card. Here is the bone folder. Well, I'll wait until I move the camera, and then I'll show you guys. All right, are we ready? My polyester hat that I will be sweating in momentarily is on. It is now officially Christmas in July. All right, I move the camera. Hold still, please. Switching, moving. Now it's not. I'm back. Yay, thanks, Jen, for telling me that in the chat. But all I did is I used the bone folder, but I always say the bone folder, the silicone mat, different things like that. They're not the sexy purchases, but wow, do they make it better. So, no, my mic is back on. Not to worry. See, I had just talked about how somebody was going to get on Lisa about making me talk so much, and it could have been, you know, they came in and did it. So I've got my tutorial. I have printed it out, so I am ready to go. We're going to start with Allie's FunFold card. If you got the kit ahead of time, you have your pieces in your envelope. So we're going with, let me go and get them out. I did cut my DSP. The garden green, and here's my envelope. So we've got the garden green. I do have to do a little bit of fussy cutting. I'm not happy about that. Got these two pieces. Ooh, that's really pretty. As a side note, just so you know, the DSP that we are using is Season of Green and Gold, and then the Distressed Regals. So all of them have that metallic look and bring it through. If you have the tutorial, you will notice that you see the picture as we're going to make it, but then you also see another one off to the side, and all of the projects have that. And I mentioned yesterday, here's one from tomorrow. The reason that they do is because initially we were going to use the Merry & Bright DSP, and it sold out before we could get it. So we had to switch, and truly I'm so glad that we did, because I love this. I think it's so pretty. So cardstock is cut to 8 1/4 by 5 1/2, and we are going to score it on the long side at, and I know this because the directions tell me, at 1 7/8. Okay, we're park the dark so we don't cut by mistake. 1 7/8 and 2 7/8. And Allie says you're doing that on both ends. So I'll just switch it over here and go to 1 7/8. And then 2 7/8. All right, I'm back. That was Mark Sala. He can't call me. He cannot call me right now. Now is not the time. Okay, so we've got this. And then we are going to fold Mountain Valley. So let's do Mountain. And I'll grab my bone folder to get that good crease. And then Valley. I'm going to switch that over. All right. And then again here, open Valley there. And Mountain. Okay. All right, good. So this is how this card is going to look. All right. And I feel like you guys should be okay there. All right. So in looking at the directions, we will go on and adhere the DSP on these two sides. So this, yep, that's going to be the front. Okay. That's going to be the front. That's how you're going to want it to look. Okay. All right. I'm going to adhere the DSP. Sorry, guys. That wasn't marked the second time. I don't know who that was. I should have put my private on. I didn't. I'm so sorry. Okay. So DSP right here. All right, now see, that is something I'm capable of doing, is remembering to put the private on. Somebody remind me of that. Somebody, it is your job now to remind me to always turn the ringer off when I go live. I know better than that. Okay, all right, there's one. Y'all, that is so pretty. It really is. And then the second one right over here. Okay. All right, there we go. Boom, just like that. Then on the front, I've already cut, and just so you know, those two side pieces, those were cut at 1 3/4 by 5 3/8. And this white with gold is cut at 2 3/4 by 5 3/8. All right, so you might want to jot that down if you don't have the tutorial. Okay, all right. And then we will put that right there. You guys, I'm going to tell you something. This paper is beautiful. If you like an elegant look, and both of them are Last Chance, all right, please go to the Last Chance list and get this paper. You will love it. I mean, they are stunning together. So really, really consider doing that. Okay. The next thing that we're doing is we are going to take a scrap. Okay. This is just a scrap of the gold, Season of Green and Gold. And we are going to, and I really wish this was a we. I don't know about you, but when I'm at home, I'll say, Mark, we need to do this. And he's like, who is we? And it's always him. It's always him. But we are now going to do this. We're going to fussy cut out this image right here. Okay. It doesn't look to be too awfully hard. So I'm about as good with fussy cutting as I am with blends. So lower your expectations quickly. But one of the things I do like to do is kind of cut down so I'm not dealing with a lot of extra paper. And then somebody told me that you turn your paper and not your scissors. And so I've been trying to do that. In theory, I see that it works. But sometimes I start to freak out a little bit. And I'm like, I need to turn my scissors. And then I mess it up. So I'm trying really hard to turn my paper and not my scissors. I will say as well, I used to like fussy cutting, but as I've gotten older, you know, your girl turned 59 in May. I don't know. I mean, it's okay, but as long as I wear my close-up glasses, I think that's better. Do you guys have close-up glasses? Like, have any of y'all started with the whole reader thing, having to wear readers? I never minded wearing readers. I kind of liked them because you could get some fun, patterns there. Jen says she is not good at fussy cutting. I doubt that, Jen. Brenda used this for Christmas cards, and Jen never thought of putting it together. I'm telling you, together, they're beautiful. And, okay, so here's a good thing about Last Chance, guys. These are on sale. They are less expensive than they were last year because they're marked down for Last Chance. So it's just something to file away, you know, that it's an option for you. like I said yesterday, August 5th, we get to see the new holiday idea book. Super excited about that. And seeing what all Stampin' Up! Has devised to make me spend my money. I'm sure it'll be plenty. It's my favorite, really, because I love the holidays. Look how good I did on that. Whoever told me to turn the paper and not the scissors, that's good. Lisa, the paper is called, okay, this is Season of Green and Gold. All right, I'll show you this. Okay, and again, this is just a half pack that we're working with. And then the other is Regal's Distressed. Regal's Distressed. Now, Regal's Distressed has just 3 patterns to it. It has this vanilla with gold, and it is not double-sided. It's got the cherry cobbler with the gold, and then it has this really pretty, and I'm looking forward to playing with this, pretty peacock with the gold, okay? So that's what it's called. That's true, Jen. August 10th, we get to see each other. We are having the Creating for Christ, our very first in-person retreat. So I'm very excited about that as well. So, okay, so I've got my leaf cut. I have cut out ahead of time using the Joy die. I've cut that out, so I'm ready to go. And as a side note, for my friends who are here today for the first time, this is the set we're using, Jolly Holly. And it comes with, or it doesn't come with, but it is a bundle with dies. I keep all my scraps in the folder, you know that. Joy, a poinsettia, a bell. This is the hybrid die that gives us that cutting out like we used yesterday. Holly leaves, 2 great frames, and a leaf, kind of like a vine, a leaf vine, if you will. Okay, so I've already cut out Joy. So in looking at Alejandro's thing, the directions say, cut out the leaves. I did that. I'm on number 5. Stamp the sentiment onto the old olive cardstock using early espresso ink and then trim it into a banner. You guys know I hate trimming in banners. I seem to tell you all of the things I don't like doing. Let me just get it out in one fell swoop, okay? I don't like trimming banners because I always do it unevenly. I don't like green glue because it gets all over everything. And I didn't like fussy cutting until about 3 minutes ago, and now that I'm good at it, I'm like, I really like fussy cutting again. I think that's about it. That's about it. Most things I like quite a bit. All right. Bright and Happy Christmas Wishes is what we're using. She wanted me to use early espresso, so I will. I'm going to stamp that right on that olive scrap. Side note, that's pretty. Side note, that olive scrap is cut down as well to, I want to give you the measurements in case you're just watching the video, okay? 3/4 by 3. I will say it's pretty. Yeah. But I don't know, it might be a little crooked. I gotta do it again. Sorry, I'm sorry. You guys like that? That one is not crooked. Okay, good. And then, I'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, then I am going to adhere the leaves and the word joy, and she used dimensionals for that. So I can do that too. I can copy Alejandra. All right, so I think on the leaves, I'll use the large dimensionals. I think that's fine. And then on the joy, I'll use the smaller. Guys, speaking of dimensionals, if any of you did the virtual scrapbook retreat over the weekend, okay, I did a couple pages of it, and I'm going to, like I said yesterday, I'm going to work on it slowly but surely with my friend Barbara. But those jokers use some dimensionals. I'm using the mini dimensionals now. I mean, I'm not kidding. I mean, they put like dimensionals everywhere. Did anybody see that? Was that just me that was like, what are we doing here? Okay. I mean, it was a lot. So I'm just going to use the 2. I think that'll still be okay. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be okay. Okay, and that looks pretty, doesn't it? Look at that. That looks really nice. Really nice, okay? All right, next thing that she did is she tied a bow with the ribbon. And again, those of you who pre-ordered, you have this ribbon, all right? It's the striped organdy with the gold stripe. This is really so elegant. All of it together. Really good. Back to my comments here. No saggy bits with all those dimensionals. Yeah, they used a ton. They used a ton. So we were talking about the Creating for Christ retreat, Jen and I. It's going to be from Sunday night, August 10th, to Tuesday afternoon, August 12th. So we have 60 people coming to Nashville for it. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right, I'm finagling with my bow. It's a little bit of a different finagle because the bow goes underneath the sentiment. See, so I don't want it to be necessarily all perfect the way that I normally do. So before I adhere all this, I'm going to set this stuff aside. And we have this white piece. Now this basic white piece is cut down to 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. And Alejandra just did a very simple sentiment here, which is the one that we did yesterday, which is wishing you and yours all the best. I'll get that. And then she stamped a holly leaf. So we'll do that. And this is going to go on the inside of this card. And you might be like, well, where is the inside of the card? You're going to see. She stamped it down. I'm going to move it up a little bit. Wishing you and yours all the best. And then what I'm going to do is take a holly leaf and I'm going to stamp that down in the bottom corner. Now this is going to be interesting because Alejandra said to, when you stamp it, to stamp it, yeah, to, I guess, use the espresso. And I've never done like the, no ma'am. Flip that right over. Go back to our magic paper. There we go. I am not playing around with spots. I don't like that. Y'all, I always said I wasn't a perfectionist. I think I'm more perfectionist than I want to let on. Okay. There we go. All right. Well, there's still a little spot. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'm going to be okay. All right. And then I'm just going to go on and color that with, she used the soft seafoam and Old Olive blends. I think I'll just use my Old Olive blends and use the light and the dark. Okay, I had to take the hat off. I'm breaking a sweat. Okay, here's my Old Olive blends. I like to try to keep this to where if people want to duplicate it, they can without having to buy a ton of product. So if you remember, the only thing that we used yesterday was black and memento ink. Today, I've used the espresso, Old Olive blends, and cherry cobbler blends, which is what we used yesterday as well. So that's one good thing about this paper, is it keeps us in the same colors. So that's pretty good. All right, I colored with the light, and then I'll take the dark and just go in there, go there, do a little bit of a outline right there. Okay. And then I will use the light cherry cobbler right there. All right. Okay. This is going to go on the back here. So this is what would be considered the inside of this card. Okay. So there's that. And you know what I'm going to do to hide that little piece? When I write my name, I'm going to like have my name written there. All right. Wishing you and yours all the best. It's a great Christmas card. Okay. We're almost done. Almost done. Getting ready to put the whole thing together now. So I've got this. I've got this. I am going to do my favorite hack, which is not doing the tails, but you can if you want to, because I mean, they look great, but just cutting that diagonal. And this is going to go right here on the back. I'll put a little bit of adhesive right there to hold it down. It took me a minute to learn how to do these things. I think if you've watched me, you know that. And I certainly don't claim to be a pro at it yet, but I'm going to scoot it up a little bit. There we go. Okay. And then, oh, I got to turn it I turned it the wrong way. There we go. Yeah, that's good. You guys, oh my goodness, this is so pretty. Okay, dimensionals here. I'll do 3 just because we've got this ribbon here being wackadoo. That's a new word. I don't think I've taught you guys wackadoo yet. You guys, oh my goodness. This is so pretty. Allie is great at just really pretty kind of feminine looks. I love it. I love it. And then we're going to adhere the circle onto the card front, and she just said to glue it, which makes sense because we've got a lot of dimension on the front of it. Okay, you guys, listen to me here. This is so pretty. Look at that. And then the very last thing that she does is she says, color several of the cherries. Let's see if this works, Allie. That's our little gems here. And she says to color them with a Darling Duckling blend. Now, did you guys know that you can color these with blends? You can. It'll change the color. So you want to make sure that you always have a set of clear. I mean, really, I don't guess it has to be clear. You want to experiment and see. Let's see what happens if we colored a red one. Yeah, that red's pretty powerful there. It's not going to change the color. So have a set of clear, maybe silver is always good if you want to do that. But clear or silver gems handy so that if you use blends, so that if you ever wanted to, you could adjust the color of them. That's one of my favorite tricks. The reason it works, markers won't work. The reason it works is because it's an alcohol marker. So pretty. Well done, Alejandra Gomez. Well done. Really, really nice. Man, there's a lot of pressure on me because yesterday Joey's were so pretty and I don't like that one right there. Goodbye. I think I like it there. There we go. And today Allie's are so pretty. Okay. So look at that. That is gorgeous. So that is card number 1. Okay. Now that one did take a hot minute. I think we'll be able to move through a little bit quicker. But one of the things I like about Allie's work is that she is, she puts a lot of attention to detail. And I like working with people like that because it gives us a glimpse at something that I might not ordinarily do. So, okay, so that's card number 1. All right, let's go to card number 2 for Allie. So this is Mossy Meadow. Let me get my directions handy. Okay, I'm going to come to the box after. All right, Mossy Meadow, my tutorial. And we've got 8.5 by 5.5. We've got this piece cut to 4 by 5 1/4, and I have embossed it with the Holly embossing folder, which is amazing. Okay. I have cut down, per Allie's instructions, I have cut down this, which is from the Distressed Regal set, and it has been cut to 2 by 3 1/4. This vanilla with the gold stars is from Garden of Green and Gold, or Season of Green and Gold. It's been cut to 3 by 3. And then I love a gingham. I love a gingham cut to 1.5 by 3. So this is what we have for right now. So I'm going to go on and start putting things together. This one I will fold in half and bone fold it. As a side note, I do want to show you here, you can see how the original card was designed with the Miriam Bright DSP. So just remember, you can do this with anything, all right? I'll put that to the side. I'm going to take this and per the instructions, I'm going to glue them onto the embossed piece. Okay. So there's one. And then I'm going to glue the gingham. Here. There's 2. Okay, that's looking pretty. Okay, then wrap around this piece with the gold striped ribbon and make a bow toward the left side. Okay, I can do that. Let's cut ourselves a generous length of ribbon and make a bow on the left side. I can do it. Look at that. Look at that. Minimal finagling required. I'll come back to it when I get everything else all together and I'll get it looking perfect. Oh, there's that word again. All right, I'm gonna have to talk about that to somebody. Okay, all right, then she says, die cut the rectangle, or to take this, adhere this to the card. Look at that paper together. Y'all know that I love to mix patterns. This is great. I mean, this is not just, I mean, this is next level. I love it. I love that. I think it's amazing. Okay. Then she has had us die cut a piece of Very Vanilla. This is one of the frames that comes in that bundle, and I love it with the stitching, so I've done that. And stamp the sentiment with Early Espresso ink, and that sentiment is one that I do like quite a bit. May the spirit of the season bring you happiness and hope. Okay. Allie's a fan of espresso, it appears. Okay. All right, and she just does it right in the middle. I have to say, both Joey and Allie, who I partnered with on this, that looks good, are lovely, lovely demonstrators. So you may want to give them a follow. You know, they're good. I love that we can support one another. I think that's a big deal. So, okay, then we did a little bit of die cut work. I went ahead and did this ahead of time so you guys can see. She wanted us to do the holly and to do the poinsettia, and then we're just going to adhere that holly. So again, I just used the old olive and the cherry cobbler. All right, that's good. And she is up to her old tricks again with coloring with Darling Duckling. I will tell you, if you choose to do this ever, use the darker blend. I think it's going to give you better coverage than the lighter one. So that's a tip. Hey, come back. So, look at me, I'm a mess. So that's a tip for you. Okay. Hey now. Rogue blend. And then she said, put it right there in the center. What a fantastic idea. Look at that. Really nice, Allie. Well done. Well done. Then she just pops that on here with a dimensional. I can do that. Okay. All right, there's that. And great tip, Jen. Don't push too hard on the tip of the blend. Georgia, bingo is not in an hour. Bingo is at 7:30 my time, which is Central Time. What time zone are you in, Georgia? Because then we can figure it out. I think you're in Arizona, I think. I think that would be, I think I'm going to pop dot it. I don't know. All right, so 7:30 Central Time. So I think where you are, I can look when I get off, okay? But no, it's not in an hour. That would be a problem if it was. Yeah, guys, I have a bingo tonight. I'm going to be all over the webs, the interwebs today. Some of you have signed up for it, so that's going to be fun. I'm doing it with my friend Lisa Bowden, who was one of the North American Stampin' Show girls. Look at that. So pretty. And then Allie took the red and white twine, which also came in your kit. she did a double bow. Now she's speaking my language. You know I'm a fan of the double bow. So let's do that and put it right on top of this gold bow. And then we're going to be just about done. So then we're going to go to the box. So those of you who 3D makes you nervous, start doing your deep breathing. Grab your paper bag right now. Okay, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Glue dot. And right there. Oh, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty using the glue dot for to put the bow on there? Trim, trim, trim. Yet another trim. My dogs are going to bark right now. Be ready. I just heard my son come in. There they go. You were warned. You were warned. And Fiona, go see brother. Sorry, guys. I'll close my office door here in just a minute. Okay. There we go. What do you think? Y'all, it's a beautiful card. Jen, I had never put, thank you, Brenda. I had never put, I had never put bows on top of bows either, but I like it. I like it. It's, especially if one of them's twine. Okay, so there's our second project from Alejandra. Well done, Allie. I'll put these two aside, and it is time for the box. It is time for the box. Are you feeling confident, Salva? I am. I am. Hi, Fiona. Okay, so here we go. So the box was in this bag in your kit. It was, this was the bag with the 3D projects. And so for the box, you guys, Jackson was looking for his barking friend. I love these projects too. I do too. All right, I've done my cutting ahead of time, but I will give you the measurements. I never like when there's something people are like, you can buy the tutorial, and they don't give measurements. I don't know. I mean, if you want the tutorial, get it, but I'm always going to give you the measurements. Right, Fiona, that's right. Okay, so let me get my directions up for our box here. I feel pretty good about this. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Okay, so this is the box that we're making, and what you got in your kit. You got a piece of cherry cobbler that is 5.5 by 6.5. Okay, so you want to pay attention there because those dimensions are pretty close to one another. Okay, so don't mix them up when you're scoring, or else you're gonna have a problem. Okay, and you are going to score following the pattern. So this is the 5.5 inch side is at the top. You're gonna score at 1. Okay, 3.5 and 4.5. Okay, then you're going to turn it. You're going to score it at 1/2. Y'all pause for 1 minute. Matt? He may come up here needing my car keys. He's changing my tire. He's such a good kid. Okay, 1, 3.5. He's not a kid, he's 28. And 4.5. Okay, all right. So let me say these again. Okay, yeah, I think I did it right. I think I did. On the 5.5 inch side, you're gonna score at 1, 3.5, and 4.5. On the 6 inch side, or 6.5 inch side, you're going to score at 1/2. 1.5, 3. I don't think I scored at 1.5. I think that's what I did wrong. Okay, good. So 1/2. There we go. 1.5. 3.5 and 4.5. Okay. Yep, this is right. This is right. Okay, now we're going to cut some things off. So before we do that, let's fold. And this is my tip, okay? When you're making a box, you're making a 3D thing. It is a kid, Georgia. You can do it, Jen. When you're making a box, do your scoring, then do your folding, okay? Then take a pen and put an X, okay, everywhere that you are going to cut. Okay, no one's going to know it's there. Why? Because you're cutting it. Okay, see? So now I don't have to like think that hard. I thought once. That's all I did. I thought once. And now I'm going to cut. So cut that off. I'm telling you, I used to not like to make boxes, but now I kind of like it. Now the really hard ones, I don't like to make those, right? That's just, it's too much. But this one doesn't look too hard. I hadn't made it yet, so we're going to find out, aren't we? Okay. Have you guys used our paper snips? Do you have paper snips? I love them. I love them. I every time I turn around, I feel like I find a new pair. So evidently I do love them quite a bit. Okay, and then this little piece right here. Okay. Then I'm looking at my template here. I'm looking at Allie's template here. Okay. We're gonna just kind of angle these lines here. Okay. Again, this is one, I will hold this still when I get it cut. So that way, if you want to, you can take a screenshot of the template. In the tutorial, we've got both I'll show you both a computer image that she did and that, so that's really helpful. But if you don't have the tutorial, that's not going to help you so much. So I'll hold it still and you can see. All right, so I'm cutting here. Now, if you're new, you might be asking, why are you cutting those diagonals? Because it helps your image, it helps it fold up better, just a neater fold. Okay, all right, good, we got it. Okay, let me cut that little piece right there. All right, I'm going to pull up, see if there's any comments or questions, and I will lay this right here so you can take a screenshot if you want to. Okay. All righty. Let's go on to the next thing. So we are going to do some gluing. So this is going to be, the box is going to go this way. And as a side note, if you are doing a box and you're like, oh, I folded it the wrong way, who cares? All right, who cares? It doesn't matter. Just refold it. Okay, this is the front. So this piece, these are the pieces that you are going to be gluing. You're going to have 2 of these Very Vanilla with the gold stars, and both of those are 2 3/4 by 1 7/8. 2 3/4 by 1 7/8. So I'm going to go on and glue that. I think this is going to be pretty. Every one of her projects has been great. I think I'm going to partner with them again. The bigger question is, will they partner with me again? Jury probably out on that. Okay. Then on the sides, you're going to have 2 pieces using the red and the gold from the Distressed Regals. And those are cut down to 7/8 by 2 3/8. All right. So let's put those on there. I can't wait to see this when it's done because I want to think about the kinds of things I could put in it. I can already tell I could put earrings in it. Whoops, if I wanted to do that. I think earrings are good. I think I could put some kind of small candy in it. Could always put money in it. Okay, so that's what we have here. All right. And then as I look at how this is going to come together. All right, got it. Then we have 2 other pieces of cherry, and these are cut down to 7/8 by 1 7/8. So let's put that. That's going to be the top when it folds down. And this is going to be the front. Okay, now here's the thing. Allie says to round these corners, okay? I don't have a corner rounder. So I'm going to leave them straight. You could, if you have a corner rounder, you could round the corners. If you don't have a corner rounder, you can leave it straight. Or if you want to, you can do it by hand, okay? So it's totally up to you. All right. Y'all, we are at the point now to put this box together, okay? Now, I want to show you, this is a cute box, all right? Let's put the bottom together. And one thing that you would want, and I included it in my kit, and I had it here a minute ago. I don't know where it went to, but it's, oh, here it is somewhere. Either a small magnet or Velcro, all right? Because that's what's going to seal this box together. So just kind of file that away. Next time you're at the store or you're ordering something on Amazon, I would suggest that you just order some dots, some Velcro or whatnot, and have that. All right, I'm going to green glue. Again, if I had the tear and tape, I would use it, but it's not been delivered yet. So as soon as it is, though, green glue, you're gone. Just know that. You're gone. But for now, you'll get the job done. You guys, look how cute this box is. And I promise, I did not do this box ahead of time. I did nothing to practice on this box ahead of time. I followed the directions and I followed the picture. So if I can do it, you can do it. Okay. All right. Here's my little tip for getting the bottom sealed good. I just hold it up straight and take my bone folder and just hit it, rub it around, all that stuff, just to get it really, really good. Okay. There is a little tag on this, okay? So in your kit, you've got it. This is very vanilla, and I punched this out already. I'm trying to think what size I punched it out to. 1.5 inch circle, and using the cherry cobbler, we're gonna stamp the word Mary on here. So let me grab that. I'll grab our cherry cobbler. Good. You guys, this is a cute box. This is a super cute box. All right, stamping Mary. Nice. And then on this little olive piece, this little olive scrap, and it, I mean, you don't need to know this dimension. It's 1/2 by 1.5, but you could just stamp it on any scrap and then trim around it. We are going to stamp the word Christmas. And Allie recommends that we use the espresso again, so I will. Oh, I already put it back, huh? Okay. All right, that went pretty good. And then she says you can trim around this to make it a little bit smaller if you want to. So I will do it. This has all the makings of a catastrophe, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, good. Yeah. All right. And so then she cut the little divots in the corner. I'm not doing it. I put my foot down on that. And take your mini dimensionals. Where did I put my take a pick tool? Y'all, why do things, here it is, just disappear? Okay. I'll do 3. And get that one in the middle. All right. She kind of did it off, so I can do that. And then again, she had a stew of holly, so I'll put that up there. And on this one, she did what we did yesterday, which was take those gems, the three of them together. Okay. And, oh, I just love it. Okay, good. That's good. All right. So it is about time to seal our box up. Now see, look what is happening here, okay? We're not, that's not tucking in or anything like that. Now, if you wanted to, if you didn't have Velcro or magnets to seal it shut, what you could do, I'm telling you that unsexy bone folder is cute, right? Yeah, you could put a stretch bracelet, anything. I think Lana Ratatopoulos, she makes great bracelets. So you could wrap your ribbon around it and tie it at the top if you want, but I am going to do it how she designed it, which is with the Velcro. You guys, I just had my Velcro. I just had it. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. So, and this is just adhesive Velcro, so not that big of a deal, not that tricky to work with. So I'll put it right there. I think it seals there. And then I'll take the other piece, which is right here, and I'm going to go on and stick it on there with the adhesive facing up, because then when I close it and push down, let's do it again. There we go. The Velcro is going to be exactly where it needs to be to seal that up. Okay, see how I did that? So that's good. Okay, here's what she does. She has a bow that she puts up toward the top, and it's just, she doesn't wrap it or anything. She just puts it on the top. You could, if you wanted to, wrap it all the way through and tie it around the top. But there's really no need because you've got that Velcro holding it closed. So this is just a bow. And that's a pretty good bow. The bow pieces are a little bit longer because it's gonna go right across the top. That is not bad, Salva. Oh, so cute, you guys. Honestly, I love doing this with y'all because, I mean, if we didn't have this technology, I mean, we wouldn't know each other. It's so fun seeing people from different states. When I mail my Stamp and Shine Club kits out, I always, with Mark, I just name out the states. I'm like, this person is from this state, this state, this state. And it's just crazy, you know? So I love that part of it, of the technology. My point to all of this, though, was that I miss, like, you guys being here in person, because if you were, you could see how cute it is. I mean, it's one of those things that is even cuter in real life. I need to grab a hole punch, an 1/8 hole punch. Hold on one second. I'm coming right back. I'm just going over here. You might want to see me, but I know you heard all of that crumbling around in there. I should have had that handy. So she makes this a tag, punches a hole. This is just the cutest right here. And if you like boxes, you need to know tomorrow I'm doing a box as well. Tomorrow's projects are a box, a gift card holder, and a card. So, and then I'll show you how to make the box that I did the hand cream, in. All right, she just takes this, wraps it through the ear. I don't know if that's what you call it, but that's what I'm calling it. And then just ties it. And she doesn't have a big long tie on this or anything, so I'll trim this down, but oh my word, that is so cute. Just a little knot. There we go. Ah, so cute. So cute. All right, there. All right, you guys. Oh, come here. Go back over there. There we go. Look at that. Look how cute that is. Oh my goodness. I love, love, love these projects. I love them. I hope that you guys love them too. I mean, they are so cute. So cute. And it is a cute box. Georgia says I should make a map and post where everyone is for you. That would be fun. I might do that, Georgia. Okay. So I'm going to bring the camera back up. I am going to put my hat back on. Oh, hey now. Sorry. Okay, flip the camera. All right, good. Okay. Okay. All right. Why do I even care what it looks like? It's a Santa hat. All right, so let's look at these projects one more time from today. So we just made this box. So very cute. Opens with a little Velcro or a magnet. You can do whatever you want. Super cute box. We made this FunFold card that will mail like so. And then your message there on the back. Okay. And then we made this card, which it's funny. I'm like, this is the simple one. And it's not even that simple, you know, but it's super cute. This one. All right. So far we have made 6 projects. All right. With the projects that we made yesterday as well. So we made 6 projects. Tomorrow is the last day. This is just a 3-day thing. So tomorrow we'll be back with the projects that I designed. A box, a gift card holder, and a card. And then, like I said, if you want, I will show you how to make this box as well. Okay, so there's that. So again, a couple little reminders. If you want the tutorial, you can either purchase it, you can place a $50 order, or you can place a $75 order, and you will get the pre-cut supplies for 8 of our 9 projects. The reason you're not getting the 9th is that the box I'm using tomorrow takes a pretty large piece of designer series paper, and that would just be, it would be cost prohibitive. Make sure you're on my email list. I am going to have a link to sign up for that. If you are not already on it, you want to be on it because I've already got August planned. And I'm going to tell you something. I've got a great class. I'm going to do a class, it's a class to go using the Scenic Adventures. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Okay. Oh, these are my close-up glasses. I wondered why it looked weird. Let me put my other glasses on. Ah, there we go. Okay. I love this one. Love it. Okay, so I'm a big fan of the diorama thing. Look at this. Look at that card. Oh my gosh. So that's a sneak peek of one of the cards that I'm going to show you how to make in the Scenic Adventures class. So that's in August. I'll have a Creating for Christ class with Rhonda in August. We've got the Stamp and Shine Club in August, and we're going to be working with the beautiful galleries products. Just really fun stuff. But you want to be on my email list to know. So that's what I've got for you guys. That's it. That was a lot. We've spent some time together today. So I hope you had fun. I do not take lightly the fact that you spent time with me. I do not. And so I thank you for it. Now, I'm going to go get a tire fixed, and then I'll be back for bingo. I will see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock Central Time. Have a great night. Bye-bye.